Well, hello. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're doing something I've been meaning to do for a few years. I'm getting down to the wire here on things I haven't replaced on the C5 Z06. Today we're doing the struts in the rear little trunk hatch, whatever I call it. This will not work for the coupe. If you have a coupe, disregard this video. I mean, I can still show you how to remove the struts, I guess, but this is mostly for the FRC guys and the convertible guys where the trunk lid tends to stick. But I have a hypothesis that it has nothing to do with the struts, but I wanted to replace these anyway. So I'm gonna show you how to remove the struts, put new ones in, and clean up the gaskets really well, and the little spring helper that people don't know about. Inside the little mechanism that opens it up, there's a little spring in there. It's supposed to open up your hatch. So I'll show you that as well. So let me go ahead and bring my C5Z in. I know the lip inside the trunk is atrocious. We'll clean that. I'll show you what it's doing, and we'll get these guys swapped out. Sound good? Cool. So those guys that don't know what I'm talking about, I'll show you. But if you're watching this video, chances are you do know what I'm talking about. You go to undo your trunk or unlock it. It does that. Now I just opened this 2 days ago, so I do have some room to get my fingers in there and open it up. There's a car cover in there. I'm gonna clean all that out in a second. But if you look right here, there actually is a little helper spring right there. A lot of tension on it. So there's no reason why this should not be able to pop this guy open. What I assume is going on is that this gasket right here is getting boogered up. Oil's on it, or I don't know. So we're gonna clean up all this really well. This up here too with some degreaser. So there's nothing that wants this to stick to that guy. That's my hope. And also we'll change these out too. While we're here, we'll lube up all the hinges just because. We'll clean this guy. And also, pro tip, if you go to close or go to open up your trunk and you hit the little button and it clicks or pops, but you can't get a finger underneath it, simply open up the driver door. I have a partition so it won't work, but assuming you don't have the partition, you open up your driver door, you slam it with the window, and this guy will pop right up. So, pro tip for you. Let's get in the garage, all this vacuumed up, cleaned up the gasket, swap those guys out and see how it does after that. And to swap these guys is super simple. Obviously, you're gonna need new struts. When you get your new ones, match them up, make sure they're the right size. These are very easy to swap out, which I'll show you here in 1 second. Only thing you're gonna need is a tiny little flathead screwdriver or a pick. I will be using a pick, but like I said, a little flathead will work just fine. But the first thing we're gonna do is clean up all of this mess. So we'll do a little time lapse, getting all this cleaned up. We will degrease all of this. I don't want any suction or lubrication or anything that's gonna make it wanna stick to this. Cool, and we'll throw some lube down here too, just because. All right, looks much better, not perfect. When I get this guy off, I can get a little more down there momentarily. I'm just gonna clean this real quick. And then what we're gonna do is all the contact points this thing makes with this trunk lid, we're gonna degrease really well. Like this little guy right there, which matches right there, vice versa on this side. This entire lip up here too. And then we will swap out struts and see how it opens. I'm curious myself. All right, this is very interesting. I put some degreaser up there, as you can see. I wiped it a couple of times. It is black and sticky, whatever's on here. So that kind of tells me whatever kind of coating or dirt that's been on here for 23 years is sticking to the gasket. So I'm gonna degrease the shit out of this until it stops being black. Yeah, wow, did not expect that. All right, I think I just made a very fascinating discovery. All this stuff I'm degreasing coming off is oil. I'm not kidding. It's sticky. It's almost like a tar. I've gone over this thing twice and there's still oil residue coming off. Look at these rags. They're like black. And it looked clean when I started. That tells me over the years, because this thing gets oil all over the rear ends. Over the last 20 plus years, somehow oil has been seeping in here getting on this. I don't know how, but oil finds its way on this, makes it sticky, sticks to the gasket. That's exactly what's going on. Holy cow. So very weird. If someone knows why, yeah, you can see some more right there. Hopefully it comes out on camera. There's a little brownness to it. But yeah, it's definitely oil. Very strange. Any other FRC guys? Yeah, there's some of it coming off right there. I gotta get it off the paint real quick. Wow, interesting. Okay, let me get all this cleaned up. I'll be back in a second. Okay, even more strange. It just kept coming off and coming off. I put some parts cleaner on it, and now it's taking off the paint. This is weird. I don't know if it's the paint that's turning into like a tar, if it's oil-based. I'm just gonna keep shooting with some degreaser, get it really clean. So all the gasket spots, I'll use parts cleaner just on that. But this is strange, guys. But yeah, it's definitely this lid being sticky. Literally sticky. That's the reason why this thing has a hard time popping up. So I'm gonna degrease or unstick all the gasket area. We'll go from there. If you guys have encountered this before, please tell me. I don't know how this is new to me. Weird. All right, I've given this thing a one over probably 5 or 6 times. The more I do it, the stickier it's getting and more paint's coming off. So I'm gonna stop. Pretty interesting. So what I'm gonna do, it's clean, obviously. Instead of trying to degrease everything, I feel like the state this is in, it's even stickier. I don't know, maybe not. No, not as bad, but it's interesting. So what I'm gonna do is actually put some lube on the gasket and see if that helps at all. I'm gonna use some super lube on a rag and put it around the gasket, and then we'll see how that does. Interesting. So yeah, let me try that. All right, I got a nice healthy coat of lube on the gasket. Let's just see what happens. I'm just curious if it springs up a little easier. I mean, it's better than it was when I first did it. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, you can see where the lube is. So yeah, in any case, weird. I don't know, man. But yeah, let me show you guys how to do the struts real quick. Super simple. Like I say, you just need a pick. All right, we'll start up here. The little collars right here. You just gotta pop that guy out. Just like that. This one's a little trickier, a little smaller, but I think we can get it. There's a little notch in there if you can get it. Come on, there we go. There we go. Oh, no. Yep. Yay. Just like that. And the install's reversed. But I'm going to throw some lube in the new ones in this little guy right there. I got some lube somewhere. Where did I put it? Some of this guy, just some general all-purpose. All right, both these guys are on. Honestly, if you just want to replace the struts, it takes all of 30 seconds and they're both done. A little helper spring right there. I think I showed it to you already. Got a lot of force on it, so I'll lube it up just for fun. I've never done it, so cool. The whole mechanism. Cool. Let that sit for a minute, and then we'll see how it does. All right, well, I'll tell you what, putting these struts down had a lot of force, so I think it's gonna work pretty good. Oh yeah, so much better. Look at that. I've been clearing some forever. Woo, that's fancy. That's nice. So maybe it was all the struts, but I think the struts plus the gasket, I think we're in business for a while. And yeah, putting this thing down takes a little effort now, but it feels good. Show you again. I'll do a follow-up in a week without opening and see if it still works well. Oh yeah, so much better. But this trunk lid covered in tar oil, very weird. I want your all's feedback on that. But anyways, yeah guys, that's how you change out your struts. And that's where your little helper spring is right there. You can lube it up too. Cool, hope you guys found this informative. I got something really cool coming this week for the C8, something fabricated just for, or it's a brand new product that they're letting me try first. So I'm really excited about that. And then, yeah, another house progress update next 2 weeks from now. So that'll be fun. So cool guys, I'll see you guys next time. Mark out.